Good evening and welcome. Starting with our big story this hour, Greece has put its armed forces on alert after Turkey sent a survey ship to the disputed area of the Mediterranean Sea. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has warned of a quote-unquote heavy price if a Turkish vessel is attacked in the disputed Mediterranean waters. He also hinted that one incident had already occurred. Listen in.
Bak bizim Oruç reisimize sakın ha saldırmayın. Eğer Oruç reisimize saldıracak olursanız bunun bedelini ağır ödersiniz dedik ve bugün ilk cevabı aldılar.
Erdogan did not provide any detail on the suggested attack, but the Greek minister has vowed that the Turkish provocation, quote-unquote, will not go unanswered, and that the responsibility for any escalation lies with Turkey. According to him, the risk of an accident lurks when so many military assets are gathered in such a contained area.
Ας το γνωρίζουν όλοι. Ο κίνδυνος ατυχήματος καροδοκεί όταν συγκεντρώνονται τόσες στρατιωτικές δυνάμεις σε περιορισμένη έκταση. Και την ευθύνη σε μια τέτοια περίπτωση θα την έχει εκείνος που προκαλεί τις συνθήκες αυτές. Παραμένουμε σταθεροί στην προσήλωσή μας στη διεθνή νομιμότητα και στη δύναμη της διπλωματίας να επιλύσει ακόμα και τα πιο σύνθετα ζητήματα. Δεν θα είμαστε ποτέ αυτοί που πρώτοι θα οξύνουμε τα πράγματα. Όμως η αυτοσυγκράτηση είναι μόνο η μία όψη της ισχύως μας.
This warning came as Turkey started surveying for energy resources in an area claimed by both Ankara and Athens. Greece has now sent its naval vessels to the area in response to the Turkish deployment of its own fleet. Earlier, Turkey said that it would not back away from its search activities and that it plans to issue new exploration licenses for the area. Now, this despite the escalating dispute with Greece over drilling rights. Greek Foreign Minister Nikos Dendias and US Secretary of State Mike Pompeo will be meeting in Vienna today to discuss the tensions in the eastern Mediterranean. Miriam Eladia Atlas, journalist and columnist at the Daily Sabah newspaper, joins us live from Istanbul for more on this. Good evening and thank you for being with us. Now, the tensions continue to rise in these disputed waters after the Turkish research ship entered this area, flanked, of course, by Navy ships. What is the latest on the tensions there?
Well, I think that while looking at the latest tensions, we have to look back a bit 2 years ago, because these tensions are in the Eastern Mediterranean become so obvious after there is a drilling technology of the natural gas in the Mediterranean resources. So this was something new for the countries, but we don't know how much is the reserve, or the natural gas will drilled from here, how it will be beneficial or productive, or it will be enough for the energy resources. But these tensions are much, much more than these tensions. It's always a very cliche Greece and Turkish tensions, both in the Aegean Sea and in the Mediterranean. It's about sovereignty, it's about continental shelves, it's about maritime zones. So people think that it's about drilling activity, but drilling activity is if they are marketable or not, or if it is possible to locate this natural gas. These issues and the other actors, we don't know its economic value yet, but there is a political value here, a sovereignty claim. And as we have seen that there is overlapping maritime zones here, which are these zones, according to the continental shelves, used for fishing and trade routes previously. But when we talk about the natural resources under the sea, so there we need delimitation. So what we have seen here, these delimitation zones, there is a great dispute, and there is not international law about it yet. There is no United Nations claims about the continental shelves of these countries, and Turkey is the country with the longest coastline in the Mediterranean Sea. And so we see Egypt and Greece and Israel have their unilateral declarations about these maritime zones. But when we look at the maritime zones, we see overlapping maritime zones, because you cannot divide the sea like you divide the borders in the land. So it's a very complex issue, actually. But the latest tensions is not, believe me, about, I believe it's not about economic value of the natural gas or drilling activity. It's about the sovereignty dispute over agency and in the Mediterranean, and it's a historical dispute between Greece and Turkey. Right,
there is tough talk coming from both leaders on this move. Greece saying that they will protect their sovereignty, and Turkey saying that there will be repercussions if their research ship is attacked.
Exactly. Before that, before all of these hot tensions, what we have seen that Greece, Egypt and Israel made their unilateral declarations about these maritime zones. So what did Turkey do? Turkey acted with somehow Lebanon, but mostly with Libya. They also declared a maritime zone with Libya, which is also the second biggest coastline country. As you will remember, all of the tensions with Russia, France over Libya, why Turkey is intervening to Libya issues and this and that. But before that, we have to remember that these declarations are unilateral. So Turkey has, of course, its share, of course, its own claim, but there is so-called a unity against Turkey. Much more, 2 years ago, these countries coming together, Israel, Egypt, Greece, backed by France, UAE, Saudi Arabia, and some other countries, and also completely creating exclusive economic zones and excluding Turkey from these economic zones. It's so-called undeclared war against Turkey. So Turkey says that I am here. This is my drilling, this is my seismic vessel, this is my drilling ship. I am here, so if you don't act with me, if you do not create a dialogue with me, I will create dialogue with other countries, Libya in asking for some military help or whatever. So Turkey is creating its own declaration about these maritime zones or exclusive economic zones.
Right. And just quickly, before we let you go, Erdogan has hinted today that there has already been some sort of action taken by Greece. What do we know about this?
We don't know. I don't have details yet. It's according to the Turkish media, as far as I get, there is a minor attack, and which is responded by the Turkish army there. But I don't know about the details.
All right. Thank you very much, bringing us all the latest there on the tensions between Turkey and Greece.